Hey guys, this video is about pricing your artwork. I've been getting this question a lot lately. New artists or artists getting back into the game have been writing to me. It seems like recently more than ever about pricing their art. How do I do my pricing? Okay, let's talk about that. So, here's the thing about pricing. It's a little tricky. It's a little nerve-wracking when you're first starting out. Because we tend to, as artists, we price our work a little bit low. I think just out of being a little timid, not sure what people are going to say about the prices, how they're going to feel about the prices or whatever. So you got to get over that, and you will after you do this, for a while and you sell a lot of work and you do shows and that kind of stuff. You will not be timid, I promise you, to ask the prices that you ask, and your clients will respond one way or the other. They're going to love your pricing, they're going to not love your pricing. And that's the thing. You've got to find your sweet spot, okay? All artists do. And what it really depends on is who are you selling to? Who are you selling to? Who's your client? That's the number one thing I ask artists when they write to me, and what do you think about this, or how should I sell my work, and this, that, and the other. I ask them, who's your client? So obviously the more you know about your audience and who you're selling to, that will definitely help dictate what your prices are. Okay, so again, as new artists, we tend to price low, but once you build up a name, a reputation, you've got followers, you've got collectors, you got people that love your art, you can edge up those prices if you want to. So there's a couple of trains of thought here. I have friends that really price their work high because they're going for those really wealthy people, the lifestyles of the rich and famous kind of people. And then there's a lot of my friends that go for more of the mainstream America, households. And that's kind of who I go to. Now, if you're in New York, LA, Miami, and you've got those big time collectors with big wallets who really want to pay a lot of money for fancy art, God bless you, go for it. But I sell to middle America, most of my friends do, so there is definitely a line there as to what the buyer will pay for the work. Okay, so now let's talk about how we do the pricing structure. And most of my friends who are professional artists do a per square inch basis, and that's how we price our work. The reason we do it that way is because it keeps everything very consistent from size to size. Okay, so what does the per square inch basis mean? Okay, so this is a 30 by 40 painting, a very popular size for me. So 30 times 40 is 1200. That means there's 1200 square inches in this painting right here. If I were to take square inches and go all the way up, there'd be 1200 of them. Now, here's the tricky part, is what is your per square inch price? And that's where every artist has to figure that out, is what are you willing to charge for your per square inch price, okay? Let's take a very easy example and say it was $1 a square inch. So it's 30 by 40 is 1200 times $1. That's $1,200, meaning this painting costs $1,200. Now, if you want to do 50 cents, you want to do 70 cents, 75 cents, $1.50, $2, $3, it's really up to you. And again, what it really boils down to is who is your client, okay? Where do they live? What are they used to paying for art? What are they willing to pay for art? And they've got to see the value in it, okay? It's all about value. It doesn't matter what we buy in life. If it's a car, if it's a home, if it's a piece of art, and luxury products, people have got to see that value before they'll write a check or give you a credit card. So, you kind of have to figure that out, and every artist does, as to what their sweet spot is so that they keep the work moving. Now, if you're not really doing this for a living and you're just going to sell a few pieces here and there, just price it at whatever you want, and God bless you, go for it. Make it $2, $3, $4, $5 a square inch, and you'll get a few of those big fish that come by and get you. But if you want to move your work on a pretty consistent basis and you're selling to mostly the middle American household, then you've got to keep those prices, I would say, between 75 cents and $2 a square inch. Now that varies from obviously region to region, city to city, and that kind of thing. So again, a lot of it depends on who your audience is, who you're selling to, where you're selling, and obviously, what are they used to buying and what's the perceived value that they they see in your art and they love it. And then they'll write you a check for it. But you've got to figure that out. And then, as I said, as you become more popular, as you become more in demand, you can up those prices if you want to. So that's how we do it. Now, also, on the per square inch thing, you can either keep it consistent, let's say $1 square inch. So it doesn't matter if it's a 10 by 10, which is 100 square inches, times $1, that's $100. Or if it's a 60 by 60. So, $1 square inch across the board. You could do it that way. A lot of artists adjust their per square inch price based on the size. Okay, some of them give a discount on the smaller pieces, maybe because they can do them quicker, there's not as much paint on them, they're easier to handle. So maybe, let's say they drop them down to 75 cents a square inch. For the smaller pieces, about this size. Then for the middle size, they do $1. And then for the really big ones, they may go up to $1.50 or $2 a square inch because there's more paint on it, takes more time to do them, more handling, of the piece and all that kind of stuff. Then I see other artists that do it the opposite way, where, this might be $1, but then on the smaller ones, they're $1.25, $1.50 square inch, for the smaller ones. And then for the bigger pieces, they give a price break because the client is actually buying more square inches. So they're getting a price break for buying more square inches. So they might drop it down to, let's say, 75 cents a square inch on the really big pieces. So I've seen artists do it that way too. So again, what it comes down to is you've got to determine what your per square inch price is and stay consistent. You don't want to price differently, same size, but I like this piece, so I'm going to price it more, but I don't like this one, so I'm going to price it less. That's just going to confuse your clients because what you like and what they like may not be the exact same pieces. You may love this one and you spent so much time on it only to find out that it's going to sit there for a while. And then this one you don't really love and you stick it in the back and it's the first piece that sells at a show. So again, trying to guess what your clients are going to love and what you love is always easy to do. So let's make life consistent. Let's keep it, simple for your clients and not confuse them. So let's say all 30/40s are a certain size, all 40/40s are a certain size, all 36 by 48s are a certain size and so are a certain price. Again, consistent on the prices and keep them really consistent based on your size. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions and you need my help, I'm always here, but per square inch basis, keeping it consistent. Don't confuse your clients. Don't make it harder than it is. I think that's the secret right there, and that's most of my friends that do this for a living who are professional artists. That's how we do it, and that's it. If you need my help, I'm always here. Email me. That's the best way to get in touch with me. Don't just leave comments because I'm on so many social media channels and all that. It's so hard to keep up with all the comments. So if you ever need me, you can email me at thomasandrewart@gmail.com, and I'm always happy to help. Take care.